All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. I know it's been a hot minute since I posted one of these videos, and people are asking me, hey, Omar, what's up? Are you still doing this? Where you been? Good questions. Let's talk about it. So the short answer is yes, I am still doing these videos. Turns out I picked the absolute worst time to start this hobby. As I said early on, this is going to be a hobby of mine for the foreseeable future. But you also knew that I was in the middle of a move. I was moving from Hawaii to Arizona, and I thought, hey, genius idea. Let's try creating YouTube videos in the middle of a move. Didn't work out as much as I wanted it to. But nonetheless, I'm here. What's been going on for the past couple of weeks? Well, I've been on vacation. Now, I could lie and say, oh, I didn't have time to make these videos during, when I was out traveling. But the truth is, I had time. It's just that, like I said, this is a hobby. So posting YouTubes weekly was not my priority. My priority was hanging out with the family. And that's exactly what I did. So first thing we did when we left Hawaii was we went to Alaska. Hung out with my wife's family. I love them all. They're so cool people. Hung out there for about 2 weeks in Anchorage, Alaska. While we were there, we went to a couple festivals in the local parks. We went to some Juneteenth celebrations they had going on. The solstice is a big event in all of Alaska just because of how much sunlight you get in the summer months. So we went to some solstice activities in Anchorage as well. And then we also took a trip up north to Fairbanks, Alaska, where I finally got to meet my son-in-law. The jury's still out on him. He seems like a good kid, good head on his shoulder, but he's not a sports fan. Like, doesn't do any types of sports at all, which I guess is a good thing because it could be a lot worse. He could be a Packers fan, and he's kind of like a blank slate. So I'll keep working on him, but I'm shocked that he's not a sports fan. But then again, my oldest was never into sports, so it is what it is. But yeah, met the son-in-law. Seems like a good kid, good head on his shoulders. Also in the military, so that's a plus for him. Army, that's another plus. What else did we do? Oh, while we were up there, we also took a trip to the North Pole. Fairbanks and North Pole are right next to each other, like 10 minutes apart. Because every time I go to Fairbanks, I don't care if I'm there for 1 day, a week, I don't care. I will always make it a point to visit the Santa Claus house in North Pole, Alaska. I'm telling you right now, if anybody watching this video ever gets a chance to go to Fairbanks, Alaska, you have to go to the North Pole and see the Santa Claus house. It's exactly what it sounds. It's Christmas year-round. I was not a big Christmas person growing up as a kid for some other reasons. But when I moved to Alaska a couple years back and I went to the Santa Claus house, everything changed. You cannot go in the Santa Claus house and have a bad day. I mean, you got Santa Claus himself is there. You got all the ornaments or Christmas music playing. Like, if you're in a bad mood, go to Santa Claus house. If you're bored, you have nothing to do, go to Santa Claus house. Like, every time I go to Fairbanks, Alaska, I will make it a point, I don't care how short my trip is, to go to Santa Claus house. And we did that this time too. Short trip to Fairbanks, really it was just to meet the son-in-law, so accomplished that mission like we wanted to. Went back to Anchorage, like I said, hung out with their family. Oh, another thing we took the chance to do was we took a train ride from Anchorage, Alaska, down to Seward, Alaska. I've been to Seward many times. It's a small little city in Anchorage. It's about a 2-hour drive south of Anchorage, I should say. But we've never taken the train ride. We've done a similar train ride in the past from Fairbanks down to Denali. Again, it's a 2-hour drive. It's a 4-hour train ride. We loved that train ride, so we thought, oh, we love this one so much. Let's try this one again. And I am glad we did because, as I said, I've been to Seward a couple of times. They have a really nice sea life center in Seward that we enjoy visiting. But we've never taken the train there. And I'm glad we did because the views you get on the train ride are not the same as the views you get when you're driving. If you ever have the chance to do any train rides when you're in Alaska, do those two. They have it from Seward all the way up to Fairbanks. So I think next time we go up there, the plan is to do it from Anchorage to Denali National Park. I think it's like an 8 or 12-hour train ride. But once we do that leg of the train, we've done the entire railroad line. So that's our plan. Did that. Came back to Anchorage. Like I said, hung out with the in-laws, loved them all. And then after about 2 weeks there, we went and spent some time in San Diego, California. Oh, we met up with a bunch of my wife's cousins out there. Super cool people. A bunch of little kids out there. And then of course I saw my baby brother and 2 of my nieces. Haven't seen them in a long time, so it was good to catch up for them. We didn't stay long. We were only there for 2 or 3 days in San Diego. But again, family means a lot to me, so I had to make it a priority too. Even if it was brief, just see them. So we did that. And then yesterday, we did the drive from, like I said, California. We're here in Arizona, and man, it is hot. Like, I've been to Arizona before. You know, I've spent a lot of time at this base. I knew it was hot, but Hawaii has spoiled me. Like, I don't know. It's hot. Like, hot, hot. I think it's 98 degrees today. I posted on Facebook. It feels like I left Hawaii, which is paradise, and I've arrived at that level in Mario Brothers where the sun's trying to kill you. That's what it feels like here. It's hot. But the good news is the bulk of my moving journey is over. I have my car. My wife has her car. We'll still have a place to live. We're still waiting on our house. We're going to be in the hotel for the next, 4 to 6 weeks. And we won't have all of our furniture until we get a house. But we're here. Our cars are here. We start work on Monday. So we're that much closer. So with that being said, these videos, I'm going back to doing them weekly. So that's where I've been for the past couple of weeks. That's why the videos weren't being pushed out. Like I said, I wanted to prioritize spending time with family. But now that I'm here in Arizona, the move's over, I'm going back to the weekly videos. So as always, I hope everybody watching this video is doing well, regardless of where you're at. And until next time, take care.